Doesn't that look cool?
All right, here I am, another project. So today I am working on our cockpit table. It's just looking shabby. We may get a new one, we may do something different, but I would hate to install the old one with it looking the way it was. So let me show you what I'm doing to get that started. So I took off all of the hardware. So I've got all of the hardware removed. I'll clean that up. And here is our cockpit table. And I decided to, I haven't gotten this bar off because there's a screw down here that's really stubborn, so I'm gonna wait for my dad or Matt to come out later. But in the meantime, I figured I might as well get started on the sanding. I have never done anything like this, so I am definitely learning as I'm going. This piece of wood, this is our cockpit table. Got Dad here. I do need you to take out the other screw on the other side. I couldn't get it out without stripping it. Okay. So this is what we have sanded. And this is, I mean, we've sanded it, but it's not all the way down yet. Is it a plywood with a teak veneer?
Yeah, it's a plywood teak veneer.
But you can see that it's bubbling up, so no matter what,
either you replace it or you're gonna, I mean, the best you can do is take it down to the next layer.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's really coming right up and out. But it's gonna take me a while to probably get through all of this because it's really bubbling up on this side, like real bad. Like you can tell it was left out or just over time degraded. It's old. I'm sure it's probably the original. So yeah, okay, so this is where I'm gonna have this side look like this, right Dad?
Yep.
Okay, I'm on it. All right, so here I am. This is our cockpit table. And I'm gonna show you kind of what we've got going on. So there was damage all the way down to this level. And so I had to go very deep here. And then here you can see there's another level up and then another level up. And so what we're doing is taking the rest of this, because what's gonna have to happen is I need to get it level before I can put anything on top of it, which I think we're gonna get some teak veneer and do it, but we'll talk about all those different options. I gotta ask Matt what he thinks, but we'll get to that. But for right now, it's about prepping it for it. So for any kind of cover, which means it has to be level. So what I'm gonna do is take all of this and I'm gonna heat it with a heat gun and use like a chisel and a paint scraper type thing to try to get, because it chisels off, it comes off. I got it actually all the way down to this level here. So all the veneer has been scraped off. It's got a lot of divots. Yes, I see that. But today I'm going to sand it, ferret, and that way it'll be ready for whatever we want to put on here. So today is about getting this sanded, and getting this, get the fairing compound on this. I'm gonna work on that right now, and wish me luck while I sand for hours. So I am by no means an expert, but I got like a good portion of it knocked down. And now I think I'm gonna do hand sanding just because the sander guy, I feel like I have less control. And there's lots of like little nooks and crannies and, you know, inside here that needs to, and then I tried to get like a at least a good brush on this, but honestly, that's just gonna take probably higher grit than I did. But anyways, so I'm gonna start working kind of, you know, in the corners and in these divots to smooth them out so that when they put the fairing compound in there, it'll be a smooth hole, I guess. I won't be doing too much more because I don't want to take too much wood off of this because this is our base of sturdiness. But I do want it to be pretty flat. All right, so here we are. Everything has been sanded, scraped, cleaned, alcoholed, ready for the next step. So now that we've got everything sanded, I even got all these edges in the back and everything sanded real nice, and the cup holders. Now that everything is sanded, I'm not particularly happy about the corners, but maybe I'll come up with something else for that later. But still, we're ready for the fairing compound. So we've got our compound here, part A and part B. I'm gonna mix them in a 2-to-1 ratio on my palette here, and then I will scrape it onto there. So here we go. Alright, so we have it sanded and faired. Right, that's the way to say it?
Faired, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my first time doing it. We'll see how it turns out. I think it's gonna be great.
I think it's gonna be awesome. And I'm so proud of you that you did all this project on your own. Like, that's so cool. And every time we look at that, we're just gonna be like, hell yeah, Devin did that and saved us like $700.
Yes.
Have you guys seen the prices of cockpit tables, like teak ones?
Ridiculous.
Crazy. Ridiculous.
Yeah. Teak is also expensive right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this is gonna turn out really good. So we will let it set. It's a Sunday now, and we do Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. So we'll come back on Tuesday, and this will be ready for me to just hit with the sander again and do more of that. But until then, we'll just let it set. It's you know, still a bit chilly out, so more time is probably better. Right? Is that how that works?
What's that?
When it's
Till
cold
that
out?
cure?
Yeah, when it's cold out, more
It'll take a
time?
little bit longer to cure because it's cold.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing. So we'll clean up and check in with you on Tuesday. All right, so we are back at our project. So I looked for, well, first of all, let's talk about where we ended up. So where we ended last time, I have put some fairing compound on here, and I can tell it's not enough. So we're gonna do some sanding, sand it down, and then after I get it sanded down, then I'll do another layer of fairing compound. In the process though, we had talked about how the plan was to paint this part white and then, you know, varnish this part and then get a teak veneer to just set on this, which this probably would be good enough for that. But it is not good enough for what we're gonna do instead. I found the teak veneer around here, but it only came in sheets. The smallest one that we could get would be a 2x8 or 4x8. Yeah, I think it was a 2x8 or 4x8. Anyways, it's just way too big of a piece for us. We don't really have any other projects planned for teak veneer. So, because a lot of the smaller little pieces we might use other product for, so we're not sure. So we didn't really want to go all in and buy that, which is expensive. So what I thought was, well, since we're doing the white on this side, what if we did the white on that side? So this is now the third fairing that I've done on this. Now, to make sure this was all nice and level, which I need to sand it down because I did a nice thick coat. All right, so the next process after getting that sanded is I need to fill some of the wood before we start these varnishing and painting. So Matt got me this Quick Wood Repair epoxy putty. He's really good at explaining the product, but I'm not sure if I am, but basically it's a putty, a wood filler that's a putty, and you have get your gloves wet, get it at room temperature, you cut the tube to the amount that you need, and then you mix it with wet gloves until it turns a uniform color, and then you apply it to your surface. So I prepped all the surfaces that I want to wood putty, so I'll give you an example. There's this guy right here, he's really bad. There's these here around, there's extra holes next to it here in this where you can see it's kind of almost like coming off. I'm going to try to stuff some of that in there. All the previous holes are where the hardware goes on the back, and so I think I'm going to leave those as they are, just so we know where to put the hardware when we're ready. So this has obviously been very well loved. These extra screws here are because at some point this cut piece came off. And so to fix it, for a temporary fix, because you can see it split right here, to fix it, they just screwed this in here to kind of sandwich it all together again. So we're not spending a lot of money or time or whatever on this. Well, I've spent a lot of time on it, but we're gonna eventually probably do something else. So I think for right now, what I'm gonna do is fill this cracks, and then you can see here where there was a, there's a technical name for it, but I don't know, but a screw head plug, a teak plug. I don't know if it's teak, I think this is teak. But anyways, I'm gonna fill that too. Why not? I'm just gonna fill up all these cracks and everything. I will, however, leave the screws that were there for foundation or whatnot. I don't know. I'm not like super concerned about how that's gonna look, because if you remember, this lining will all be varnished, and then this will be white. So I'm not like super concerned so far about any of that. So I think what I'm gonna do is just do the wood filler, and actually let me show you while I have this. So this is my fairing. Okay, guys, I have never done any fairing before, never used a fairing compound, still an early learning sander, so forgive me, but it seemed to really work. So now we have a really nice smooth surface for me to paint. Will there be some imperfections? Yes. Is that really, I'm not a detail person like Matt is, so I probably won't even notice it like he would, but I know he'll be happy that it's just looking nicer in general, because this is, like I said, not our forever table. This is just like a table that we really need for you know, learning the boat, practicing the boat, going around the river, things like that, as we're fixing it up and getting the boat ready to actually cruise long term. Near the end, you know, we can really focus on doing a complete rebuild. But for right now, we just want something useful that doesn't look, you know, not nice. So I think this will look nice enough and it'll be very functional. So here we are. We've got this ready. I've got my gloves, my putty, and my water. So I'm gonna dip my gloves. I know, right? I'm such small hands. I'm gonna dip my hands in the water, get the nice and wet. And then I will cut off the part of the putty that I need, the amount. I'm thinking, you know, like a finger width maybe. I'll start there. And then I'm gonna actually, because it's still kind of chilly out, it's February, so I'm gonna use this heater to mix it over here so that the heat will help work it in and mix it. Now it only has a curing time of 10 to 15 minutes, I think is what that said. Yes, curing time is 15 to 25 minutes of working life. So since it only has, you know, we'll just say, because it's not that warm out, maybe 15, err on the side of caution, I kind of gotta move fast. So I have acetoned the areas that I want to do this in, and then I'm just gonna work it in like Play-Doh with some water, and then start applying it, and hopefully it turns out. I'll update you guys here soon. I don't have a place to put well, I'll figure that out. All right, so here I am, trying to do my best. You know, like I said, I'm really, this is the first time I've worked with a lot of these products. So this is a little janky, but at least the main hole is filled. Obviously I'll have to come back through and give this a good sanding. And maybe do more wood filler. I don't know. It's hard to tell. See, that's the plug there, and I tried to get the crack filled too. I don't know. We'll see how it sets and how it dries, and if it dries nicely and it sets nicely, then I guess we're okay. All right, guys, after many times of sanding and filling, oh my goodness, I finally got the first coat of varnish on this part. I still have to flip it and do the other side still, but it feels good to get a whole coat on, and it's looking good. We'll see how it dries. I might want to do another coat, but we'll see. Cockpit table. All right, so I taped up all of the sides that we varnished, everything that I've varnished already, done a few coats on. And then now what is not is gonna be what we prime and paint white. So I've got that on that side, and then on this side, we've got that ready to be primed and painted. So that's our next step before it's ready to be hooked back on and used. Whew, almost done with this project. So the back side, I've done a primer, and this is the first coat. So these are the pieces of the cockpit table that are weathered, and I'm gonna clean them all to be shiny and new. Okay, so I turn it on.
Yep.
Oh, I'm so nervous. 2 hands.
Try to keep it flat on that bar if you can.
Oh, like right here. Oh wow!
Right?
So how do I get this then? Can I do 1 hand or 2 hands?
2 hands over there. Yep.
Oh my goodness! Okay, so you just saw me wire wheel all of the pieces for the cockpit table.
Look how shiny they are.
Yeah, they're looking good.
Yeah,
Better.
good job.
And then we did all of the things for this. Now we need to take the tape off. I'm nervous because I did the varnish first, you know?
Why are you nervous?
Well, because I wanted it to be like a super straight line, and I'm a messy person, and
I can taste the trash.
well, that doesn't look too bad.
Are you kidding me? That looks wonderful. Here, feet can't touch the cockpit sole.
Yep.
That looks good. Should we start putting it together?
Yeah. So we're gonna get all the tape off, and then we're going to do the puzzle, which is the cockpit table.
We're figuring out all that hardware.
Yeah.
What you doing over there?
Getting all of the hardware put together. So, sorry. So I've got these on here. I put this on here. We need to put the rubber guy so that doesn't slam again. And then there's that. I'm not sure what that's for.
And then you have
And
their
then I'm working on the
drink
cup
holder on there.
holders. Yeah, getting them.
Yeah, totally.
It looks so much.
All I did was just sand it and spray paint it.
So much better than the off-white whatever.
Yeah,
that
it was there before.
Yeah. So I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, that's the backside. I didn't paint the backside. That's what it used to look like.
Gross.
Isn't that gross?
I'm a little concerned that I picked the wrong hardware.
Do you need shorter stuff? We got bits and bobs over here.
I'm nervous about that. It takes 6 years.
No. I mean, it does take 6 years. You guys are getting a little behind the scenes footage. You need like a shorty fatty, right?
Yeah, I need a shorty, but not too fat.
Shorty fatty?
Like a shorty skinny.
You guys, I mean, bits and bobs or drawers like this are great.
They're also awful.
They're also awful.
Awful.
Like, you can find basically anything you want, but you can never find
Can you?
two of the same thing.
Can you really?
Yeah, I
find
think
what
you
you
can.
want?
Like, it's magic.
I-
It's magic. You can never find two of the same thing. They're always going to be different. It'll never quite. Okay, so 30 minutes later of digging through bits and bobs.
We decided to go.
We just.
So I was thinking if I push it.
Yeah.
Push it real
Yeah,
good.
put just the tip. Just the tip.
Ow!
Ow, did you poke yourself?
Yeah, it's hard. I'll push it real good. Okay, so got it in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do a little.
Line it up. And then you need your... Doop.
Ready, tidy. Wish me luck.
Well, here.
See, this guy is the problem. It's
What's
like
the problem with
this guy is a problem.
No, he's not. Oh, you just broke it, by the way.
Oh.
Cracked it.
See, this is the
I
problem.
think this is the problem. Nice. So now we can put it on. Ching, ching, ching.
Okay, so now.
I'm gonna stab you with that.
No, that's not nice. Friends don't do that. Yeah, push it real good.
Bum, 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 bum. It's a friction fit if I've ever seen. Look at that!
Baby.
Baby.
Unclip this guy.
Baby.
A bit tilted. I feel like we're missing something.
No, it's you squeeze it. Yep. Squeeze it. Pivot.
I'm trying, but this doesn't go in. It doesn't go. Okay, we messed it up. Why is it not going in?
Maybe this side needs to go in first. There.
Oh, pivot.
Okay, let's look at our table. Good job, babe. All the games, all the drinks, all the snacks. It's pretty long.
Yeah, it's not our forever table.
It's not our forever
I would like a table that comes out to
that like folds
here.
out.
Yeah, for games.
But we still have room to walk around it.
Yeah, it's fine, especially for underway and stuff.
I think this turned out really nice. I love that finish.
Yeah.
Baby, you did it great.
Thanks. First project on my own.
Yeah. And then your drinky poos. Right there. Oh, test it.
Oh.
Nice. Cool.
Perfect.
You happy?
I'm very happy with it.
All
I
right.
think it was a success.
Project done?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are we done?
Yeah.
All right.
We did it.
A lot of work, but
Yeah.
see you guys.